You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Hello! We are live. Welcome to the Dungeon Run, friends and loved ones. Welcome to maybe our biggest episode yet of Forbidden.
What?
We're sorry we had to miss last week. Some of us were a little under the weather, but we are back here. We are feeling good, and so we are here, and I could not leave these people hanging anymore, or leave myself hanging, honestly. I get stressed out thinking about the story in between episodes.
Not good.
It's maybe I've done this to myself. Anyway, so many discoveries last episode. What will be the fate of our investigators? We cannot wait to find out. But first, Ron, tell us about the folks who help us make the show happen.
My pleasure. We're sponsored by Eldritch Foundry, the most awesome minis created and designed by you and printed either at home or shipped to you with a ridiculous number of customizations and designs. On top of it all, the amazing design possibilities with their digital creation engine. Eldritch Foundry also gives you the opportunity to decorate each mini with customizable nameplates. Make sure no one is confused. Make sure no one confuses your hero with some other forgettable NPC. Emblazon them with a gorgeous nameplate. I've used them. They are quite beautiful.
They're very
Design and get your minis printed for you or print them yourself. Go to eldritch-foundry.com, and use our discount code, The Dungeon Run, all one word, capital T, D, and R, at checkout to get 20% off. Die Hard Dice is the place to go for gorgeous dice and accessories. Don't forget to roll with love with Die Hard's romantic Valentine's Day collection with multiple sets of gorgeous dice for somebody you love at home. Check out their Ardent Devotion dice set with a shimmering prismatic pink design. That's up my alley. I need to get these. Check it out at dieharddice.com, and don't forget to use our coupon code DungeonRun, capital D, capital R, all one word, at checkout for a discount on us. Our show is made possible by Patreon. Go to patreon.com/thedungeonrun for all the incredible bonus content. For just $5 a month, you get access to cool behind-the-scenes content and our after-show short rest, exclusive to you patrons. In fact, did you know we posted creation sessions for all of these characters exclusive to our patrons before this adventure began? Well, if you didn't know, now you do. And it's a treasure trove of fascinating insights if you want to learn more about this story and these amazing characters. Early access to certain content, free interactivity, and a spot in our long-running D&D campaign run by Morgan Peter Brown all could be yours if you become a patron. There's so much more fun to be had. Get on over to patreon.com/thedungeonrun. Back to you, Morgan.
Thank you, Ron. I'm here to talk about interactivity here at this moment. As you might know, or if you're new here, we are an interactive show where you have the chance to affect our story in unique and surprising ways. Use our custom Twitch extension or the link you can find in the About section of our Twitch page, or you can just go to streamelements.com/thedungeonrun/tip. Now, for Forbidden with Call of Cthulhu, there's two ways to help or challenge our players. You can choose to give bonus or penalty dice for any player or the keeper. It's just like advantage and disadvantage. It's giving them an extra chance to roll higher or lower, whatever they need. Also, you can gift any player the power of luck. We're giving you the option of adding 10 luck points to any player's stash that they can use to turn a failure into success. In fact, Rachel... What's your current luck total?
59.
59?
Yeah.
I have a surprise.
Oh.
Angel Devilson
Yes.
has chosen to give you 60 luck points. Now, I'm going to max you out at 100. And I'm going to give the additional 21 to others.
Okay, that's more than fair. Oh my
I'm deciding this in the moment. I'll okay it with Angel, but I was like, I think having more than 100 luck points.
Incredible, though.
Too stable for this adventure.
My little heart is so happy. Thank
Now,
you.
how am I now? This just means I can't make you make any luck rolls, actually. I need to work this out. I need to work this out about how we do this interactivity when it comes to luck rolls. But you now have a lot of luck thanks to Angel Devilson, and I'm going to be giving, and I'll be equally giving the rest of. So everybody else adds 7 to your luck total, thanks to because it's 21, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, divided by
Correct.
3. Yeah.
I can't do math,
41.
so whatever you say, I'll say yes.
59.
Right.
No, 41, 29. No, add 8. I'm normally pretty good at math. Hang on a second. Add 9. Apologies.
Yeah.
Add 9 to everybody else's score.
I believed you when you
One
said 7.
floating.
Thank you, Angel Devilson.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you,
Oh
Angel
my
Devil.
Wow.
goodness.
Wowzers.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Now, this reminds me so these luck points can be used to turn to turn failures into successes. So we now have quite a lot of points they cannot be used on sanity rolls as a reminder, but they can be used a lot of different ways to help people out. So this is very cool. Now, I wanted to remind our patrons about how they can cash in their free interactivity that if you're at a certain level or higher, you get free interactivity every month. Please message on Patreon who you would like those luck points or those bonus or penalty dice to go to. Or you can also message me on Discord if you're part of our Dungeon Run Discord. If you're not a part of our Dungeon Run Discord, get on there. It's so much fun. We have such a great time.
We're there.
But because of this massive amount, we're not going to roll to regain luck tonight.
Hey,
yeah.
wait a
That makes
minute.
I promise. I told you this might happen. I warned you from day one. I was like, we start getting a lot of luck, though. I'm going to stop and rolling to regain luck. Yup. Okay, and the time has come, my friends. We got a biggie ahead. I cannot wait. Sean, let's fall into the forbidden. Last time we were together, the breaking dawn of Christmas morning brought some much-needed comfort to our investigators as they woke in the posh confines of Crowwood Hall, the manor house belonging to Arthur Macmillan, the mysteriously disappeared publishing magnate they'd come to Scotland to find. It was this very Arthur who had seemingly haunted the dreams of Lorelei, who woke with a fierce desire to speak to Crystal Macmillan, the beleaguered wife of the aristocrat. The two women commiserated over their shared torment, as Lorelei's own husband had gone missing 2 years prior. And together they shared this feeling that Arthur, in some form, was still nearby, and that perhaps it would take more spiritual means to locate or communicate with him. The others arose, and perhaps in the spirit of the holiday, Charlotte gifted her friends with an embroidered handkerchief, each one adorned with a single black feather. And as they dined on a delicious breakfast, information was shared, strategies were plotted, and possible explanations were conjectured upon. As the more details came to light about this curious situation, the less enlightened the four investigators felt. But the arrival of one Cameron Nairn, the former foreman of the renovation of Thistledown, came with several new discoveries. He spoke of Macmillan's temperament prior to his disappearance, that of a decent but a frustrated man, annoyed with the delays and the woes of the renovation, as the laborers seemed less and less willing to work on the site as strange incidents kept mounting amongst the crew. Headaches and nausea, missing tools, phantom forces pushing a man down the stairs, and even a terrifying invisible clawed hand dragging a man across the floor horrified the men, and made Nairn's job increasingly impossible. But when Macmillan himself disappeared while surveying the club, that was the end of that. Nairn gave the investigators a set of keys, surmising he didn't have much use for them now. He also shared the blueprints for the renovation, which upon closer inspection, Diarmuid noticed a small abnormality in the floor plan of the cellar, a missing portion underneath the stairs, and a discrepancy in the square footage adjacent to the boiler room. The same boiler room where Lorelei had been so terrifyingly abducted from the night before. Armed with this new information, the team made their return to Thistledown, this time in the light of day, and headed straight for the mysterious cellar. They found it as cold as the night before, that strange electric hum ever present in the air. Pressing deeper into the cellar than before, Diarmuid was able to strong-arm or strong-foot his way through a false wall under the cellar stairs, uncovering a hidden hallway and a chamber that smelled of mold and stale human sweat. It was behind another door in this room that contained the true jackpot, however, as the team discovered the bodies of two men, unconscious, gaunt, and malnourished, but alive. One of them the mysterious blonde man Lorelei had glimpsed in her brief trip into the strange, ghostly realm. The other man was unknown to them. But on the other side of the room, slumped over the enigmatic controls of a large machine, the source of the humming sound, was the body of Arthur Macmillan, alive but unmoving like the others. Her doctorly instincts getting the better of her, it was Charlotte, who charged into the room to attempt to rouse the men. But mere steps past the threshold, Diarmuid, Lorelei, and Eden were forced to watch as their eager friend suddenly went limp and dropped to the floor, perhaps stricken by the same scientific or magical forces that were keeping the others in a seemingly perpetual coma. And that's where we find ourselves right now. Charlotte, Surena, I need you to come with me into a secret room, please.
Okay, this makes
Everyone,
sense.
please remove your headphones. Except Surena. I mean, we figured this might have happened.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I am very normal and not terrified about
Made
this.
all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Charlotte, you'd rush to the rescue, seeing the gaunt and malnourished bodies lying prone in this room with the strange, loudly humming machinery. Stepping past Diarmuid, then hearing him yell, "Wait!" You stopped yourself, pulling back your hand when you were just inches from touching one of these bodies. You look back and locked eyes with him. A short sigh of relief escaped your lips. Of course. Best to be safe. But before you could say anything, the strangest thing happened. You're about to speak, when suddenly the world slows down. That mechanical thrumming in your ears deepens and seems to drop to half its previous pace. But strangest of all, as you're looking back at your friends, you watch as if in slow motion, their eyes go wide in shock. You see Lorelei as she seems to cry out towards you, and their eyes seem to move down towards the floor. You follow their gaze, looking down towards your feet, and you see you, sprawled on the hard ground below you. Your own body, laying in a heap. Your own face, looking up at you. Your eyes rolled back white for a moment before they close and they go still. Looking back towards your friend, you see them staring in fear and horror down at your helpless form on the ground. You want to say something. Anything. And suddenly, you feel as if the ground beneath you gives way. The entire building around you crumbles away, and what's revealed underneath is darkness. Only darkness. And you are falling into it. The slow motion rockets back into real time, and you feel your hair, your clothes whipping in the motion of at a sickening rate, dropping down, down, down into this endless abyss. You close your eyes against the force of it, and as you do, flash! You're on the ship. The RMS Cadonia, the one that brought you here. Standing with Lorelei and Diarmuid. Hugging your shoulders against the chill of the North Atlantic, New York, drifting away in the distance. And then another flash! And you're in the staff locker room at Manhattan General, packing your things. Your last day as a doctor after they fired you. You feel the eyes of your now former colleagues watching you gather your belongings. Their looks of pity almost too much to bear. Flash! You're sitting on the curb outside of the chaos in Arkham Hospital, watching the police charge inside as the smoke pours out and the paramedics do their best to subdue that poor investigator as he screams, "The legs! You gotta watch out for the legs!" Sharing a cigarette with a soldier named Elmo, vowing to leave Arkham behind and never come back. More and more images from your life flying by, one after the other. Each one hurts just that little bit more as you watch so many regrets. So many exits. So many times you've run away. The memories all start to blur and meld together, formless and shifting around your eyes like tracers, filling your vision until the air surrounding you is thick and undulating. And slowly, you realize you're not falling anymore. You're floating. Your feet softly touch what feels like ground, and you see the world around you as a dark and murky shade of green, with soft ripples here and there around you. Like you're viewing the world from the bottom of a pond. You see familiar stone walls and wooden beams, a furnace, a strange metal box filled with strange dials and switches. You're in the cellar, standing exactly where you were a moment ago. But the building around you looks half destroyed. Crumbled away in spots, giant holes in walls that look like some great god scratched it out with a massive pencil eraser. Beyond those walls, you see this darker, murkier version of the outside world. The golf course, even as far as Crowwood Hall. But surrounding all of it is darkness. The deepest dark you've ever seen. Dotted only here and there with small, shimmering stars. Charlotte, make a sanity roll for me.
Okay. Wow, that is a failure. I rolled an 84.
Over what?
Oh, 34.
Oof.
Yeah.
You take 2 points of sanity damage. That's not bad, considering.
Not bad considering. You're absolutely right.
You take all of this in, and you're startled as a voice draws your eye off to one side. A gravelly, anxious voice. Who are you? Where?
Hello?
Where's the other woman? And you turn and see a man, blonde hair, tied back in a ponytail. Hands at his temples as if he's in the deepest concentration, but when he turns to you, he cries out in frustration, No! 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 Why are you here? You need to shut it off! And his voice is echoing in the strangest way, and that strange green feeling of the air as it's thicker around you seems to make things echo off, even though he's probably only 10, 15 feet away from you. He sounds further and closer at the same time. You need to shut it off. What are you doing here?
I've come to help. Are we dead? Have we died? What is this place?
No. I don't have the time to explain.
Well, I don't know what else you're going to do but explain.
The machine has been on for too long. The conduit has been unleashed.
Okay.
It's spilling over. It can't continue. The door wasn't meant to stay open this wide for this long. And, I mean, it's clear that this man is not fully in his right mind anymore. And you're looking around, but you see him, and floating in this strange thick air in front of him, as you saw him sort of facing it, you see a small handheld chalkboard.
Oh.
What? You're not the woman. The other woman. I saw her.
You're the blonde man.
Yes,
you.
yes.
You're blonde.
Yes.
And you're a man, and that is who Lorelei was mentioning.
Jerome.
Jerome.
Dr. Jerome Lackey.
I'm Dr. Charlotte Mantis, a medical doctor.
Medical doctor. I was experimental engineering.
Okay.
I was here with my partner, Gilmore.
Jerome, what
Donald
is this
Gilmore.
place?
It's the ether.
It's ether.
Ethereal travel. We listen, there isn't time. You have people with you. Can they turn it off?
If I can, I don't. Maybe I went into a room. This is the last thing I remember. I saw your slumped body. I believe it was you and three others in a room, and Arthur McMillan, and I ran, and now I'm here.
McMillan, the bold one, yes. He tried to shut it off, but he damaged it. He must have ended up increasing the power, blew right past the failsafes, and it pulled him in, just like it did you, I assume.
So, in order to shut off they can
shut off.
conduit.
They can shut off the power to the building. It should shut off.
What happens to us if the power gets shut off, Jerome?
Previously, every other time, we had it on a timer. And when the timer would go off, we would simply return to our bodies. However, it has been... How long has it been? What day is it?
And I tell him the date. It is the day after Christmas. Oh, it is. It is literally Christmas. It is. I thought it was day after Christmas. It's Christmas.
My God, it's been weeks. It's been over a month.
We've been tasked to find Arthur. He's been missing.
Yeah. See.
What else is in this room? Can I roll a spot hidden? I see
Sure,
there's a chalkboard, but
yeah, roll me a spot hidden.
Okay. I am going to use 4 points of luck
Nice.
to get a regular success.
A regular success. Make sure to
Yes.
mark that luck off. Fantastic. You look back away from the man towards where you know the boiler room is. Your eyes are scanning all around. And you see, it's interesting. Basically, what you see the machine, you see the tables, the bodies. You don't see corporeal bodies around you. It's as if, and it is slightly like as if it's fallen apart in spots, like the table is there, but it seems to almost be drifting away a little bit. The machine isn't quite fully corporeal. Everything looks just slightly destroyed versions of itself.
It's sort of like in the Thanos snap, how things turn into particles.
Thanos snap.
But it's
Imagine,
still...
remember that scene from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind when the library or the bookstore they were in was slowly like it's very similar to that, where it almost seems desaturated. It's like a desaturated image and like it's drifting apart.
Okay.
But you are looking around. You see towards the boiler room, towards the ground, surrounded by this mist that is everywhere. You see a hideous, desiccated form. An impossibly long humanoid body. It is horizontal. Dangerous. Yeah.
What is that?
Was that your doing? And you see this. You take a moment and you sort of step back until you notice it is missing the lower part of one extremity. An enormous, jagged wound where its leg should be. Its normally silver skin looks dull and discolored, but the body looks compressed like a flattened basketball.
It's the monster that almost came through.
I call them that. I've given them a name. It's Chids.
Chids. Are there more of these?
Yes. After Macmillan broke the dam, so to speak, things started to change, to deepen. It meant we could go further out into the dark. We couldn't make it to the house before that, but, Donald, he wanted to go further.
Donald, the other man?
Yes, my friend. He was obsessed. But those came shortly after. Like they'd wandered in from somewhere else. Somewhere horrible. They'll leave us alone, you and I. But your friends could be in danger. Chids, I call them Chids because cross-dimensional humanoid insectile drifters.
Oh, that's brilliant. Sorry, I know. I that's very good. I wouldn't. That's a great name.
Thank you. I've had quite a lot of time. This, and that is all you see at this moment, besides just everything else that I described. And he goes, the chalkboard. I assume since it's, and you watch it, it is moving slightly.
Oh.
And with the regular success, you see it takes a bit of extra concentration, and seeing the chalkboard helps because you get the sense if it's sitting there, Lorelei must still be holding it.
Ah.
And it takes time, but you think through a little concentration, you actually do see something as if it's the faintest outline of her shape.
So, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Now, the amount of concentration I have in this dimension, does it impact what I see because everything is obscured? Or is the energy I am placing in concentration that is causing form to take place?
You get the sense that if you it strains your eyes quite a bit, and it's one of those where you think you have it, and you're not sure, and then and certainly being able to pinpoint it around an object helps.
Okay.
And so you're sort of it's because again there's something moving in the air constantly.
And it's sort of like this layer I'm seeing on
Yes.
everything. Okay.
Correct. And so while you can't see the corporeal form of your friends all the
Yes.
time, you can if you sort of know where they are, if you sort of squint and focus like a 3D eye puzzle.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
100%.
Yeah.
You can wait. She's there. No, she's gone. No.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he's like, all right, your friends are still here though.
Yes, they were in the room.
They must. If they shut off the power, the only hope is to shut off the power. I assume we'll be drawn back into our bodies, but
Well,
I'll be honest, I have no guarantees.
well, I think
Otherwise, I've been trapped here for months.
here's the thing. I don't know if we have a choice, right? I mean, you've done this before. You've been here before, right, Jerome?
Yes, we were.
And turning it off put you back into your bodies, and if something goes wrong, at least it has to be better than this, I'm assuming. I don't want to be trapped in here with those things either.
Donald and I.
Where's
we were
Donald?
here. I don't know. He went. He called us explorers on the brink of the universe. He kept going deeper and deeper. The bald one, Macmillan, I think he's at the house. But Donald, I haven't seen him in... Time is difficult, but I haven't seen him in a long time.
Sure.
Hopefully we should all come back. We'd made many shorter trips. But we had been here. This was our laboratory. We'd been here for years. And then he came, and his men. And if we shut it off, yes. We were so stupid. We misunderestimated him. We thought he would be no trouble, or that we could keep going because we were on the brink of something.
What is it?
Ethereal projection.
Jerome,
Yes.
what exactly were you hoping to accomplish with ethereal projection? Travel? Exploring the unknown? Donald said you were an explorer.
The potential of other dimensions. The potential that it could mean for simply the way that we travel, or the experience of different flora or fauna, or of medicines, of anything. We glimpsed once somewhere golden, somewhere. We would occasionally see things. Other life.
Yeah.
And he's looking up at those stars. Other life forms. Even where they're from, those things. There's got to be. It felt like we were playing around in a completely unknown world, like we discovered an ocean that no one had even thought to put a ship in.
Jerome.
We must get out. We must get out. We must get back.
Yes. So I like to put. So Charlotte, in this moment, she is thinking about her friend, her colleague, who, in pursuing things,
Yes.
went too far.
Yes.
And she sees some of that in some of the things that he's saying, but he still feels tethered to a semblance of reality to her.
Yes.
Although Charlotte is thinking about Donald, and it has earmarked in her mind, like if she runs into him, he might not be a safe person.
Yeah.
Because to go
This
further,
kind of obsession, this kind of
like once you get to that past that obsession, that's when bad things happen.
And with Charlotte's psychology is pretty high, so that's why she's kind of clicking this together.
He'll even as he's you understand, we are tethered here to our bodies, to home. But the further you went, the deeper into the dark, the more that tether felt unstable. We said we were explorers, but it scared me.
I think that it's right that it scared you. There's things out there, Jerome, things in the dark, things that science can't explain or doesn't have the words yet to explain. I've experienced those things too, and we have to get out of here. But I put my hand on his shoulder as I approach like the chalkboard that we're kind of standing by. I caution you, new friend, if we find your friend Donald, tread carefully, because this type of obsession, this type of exploration, I've seen it before, and it does not end well. But let's get us back, okay?
Back, yes. And he's like, it's quite a strain to make something there or something here happen there. Can you
show me?
Yes. And he'll reach down into the mist and he'll pull up this strange looking piece of chalk. And it looks even a little smaller than the one perhaps Lorelei had. And he's like, but if you concentrate, I think you can. It's given me quite a headache. But here, if you could try.
Yes.
Surena, roll a power roll.
Okay.
For again, we went over this in character creation, but power in Call of Cthulhu works very much like wisdom does, or perhaps charisma and D&D, where it's sort of the force of your mind, of your will. And make a power roll in this moment.
So I rolled a 30 under 40.
30
However,
40. Yeah, do it.
I would like to spend 10 luck to make it a hard success.
Very cool. Okay, with a 20 under 40. Fantastic. All right, mark that on your luck.
Yep.
With a hard success on a power roll, and as you start to, and sure enough, like you feel like it is hard, you can write 3 words, and hard did make a difference. You would have gotten to write less, so you get to write 3 words.
I'm a problem. Question for you.
Oh God, I knew. Go ahead.
Okay, so
negotiate.
Well, so 3 words
Yep.
is a word just defined by like stroke. Can I draw battery with like a battery with a no sign? Or should I put turn power off? I can do that. But if I draw, does it give me more words?
I would allow either. I would allow you one or the other.
Okay.
You want to draw battery and then do like a strike through it?
Yeah.
Or
Well, so I was thinking if it's words, if it's based on keystroke,
Yes.
or stroke, then I can write Charlotte here and then battery off.
Okay.
But
no, that I think is pushing it.
that's pushing it, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, turn power off
Yeah.
is the clearest message.
Okay. Takes a bit of time, but you are able to, and with Jerome kind of, yeah, that's it, yes, and you are able to write on this chalkboard, turn power off. We're gonna leave the secret room now. We're gonna call and everybody else.
Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
You all, in this moment, Diarmuid, you are the one standing at the threshold of this chamber looking into with the 3 bodies. And you all watch as your friend Charlotte, in horror, you watch as she just seems to look up at you with a look of relief, Diarmuid, as you caught her from you made her stop herself. And then her eyes rolled back and she dropped immediately to the floor. All of you witnessed this. And I'm going to need you all to make a sanity roll.
Jeez.
That's a good face, Rachel.
This has happened.
Oh no. That's not looking good. Those aren't good faces. Give me answers.
79 over 65.
Oof. Rachel? I think your mic's off, Rachel. I can't. You're not muted, but I can't hear you.
It's 83 over 60.
Oof. Ron?
100 over 70.
Oh my god.
Oh. You guys are very lucky.
Very lucky.
You take 2 points of damage. Ron, since you rolled 100, I'm going to make that 3 points of sanity damage.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
As you all, some of you jump backwards. There, a cry of shock as you are forced to suddenly take in the horror of what's in front of you and perhaps what is going on. What do you do?
Lorelei's just frozen in place. She doesn't
You
have
are-
a very good fear response.
You still have this chalkboard in your hands as you are standing over by the cots, holding it there. And just having witnessed what happened to Charlotte some 10, 15 feet away from you. Eden, you had charged in at the foot of Charlotte as she rushed past. And now your buddy in the buddy system is down.
And I saw a threshold. I saw a threshold where she passed through in this. Did I see a physical threshold?
You did not see a physical threshold. Just what you know is that Diarmuid is standing at the doorway and is standing right there. Seems perfectly fine. And Charlotte is maybe 5 feet away, and she is down. If everyone would like to... Now, you've already succeeded on a spot hidden that the 3 other men are alive. The men, particularly on the cots, all of them at this point actually looking quite gaunt, but alive. I will allow you a spot hidden if you would like to inspect from a distance Charlotte, but you can also maybe do some of the math on your own.
Yeah, I would love to spot hidden.
Sure.
I would like to, just in case. I would also like to see if anything has been written on the chalkboard.
Sure.
61 under 75.
I got a 57 under 60.
Yo, I rolled 100 again.
What?
Oh,
What are the odds?
Wow.
Very high.
Ron,
Very low.
100
Throw
over
it.
30.
throw them away.
But they're but these are my,
No,
these are
okay.
my official Wizards LGBTQ dice.
They're beautiful.
They're having a hard
Oh,
time right now, okay?
Having a rough time.
Oh
Look,
my God.
Diarmuid, I think in this moment, tears are in your eyes. You are
Mhm.
frozen stock still. You're not seeing a dang thing. Eden, you are frozen for just a moment as this woman that you've only known for a short time but have come to care for You watch, and you just see the essence of a breath past her lips. And that bolsters you ever so slightly that she's alive. Lorelei, your hands are shaking holding this. And you look down, and at this moment, there is nothing on the chalkboard. You're standing there. And Diarmuid wiping tears from his eyes in this strange situation. What do you do?
I think Lorelei's at a loss. She's gonna look down at the chalkboard and rub everything off of it. And then in big letters, in caps, she's just gonna write, "Help us." And she's gonna take it with her, but she's gonna go over to Diarmuid and Eden and just look at them.
Sure.
For guidance.
You are wiping away this complicated mathematic equation that's just...
Oh, not the equation, the other side.
Not the equation, the other side.
Will not touch the equation.
Okay, got it. All right. You are wiping away just the previous hello and the previous hello that you'd written, and that all's going away. And you're walking across, still holding this, writing, "Help us," and crossing the room and standing, and the three of you look into this room, that loud humming in your ears. You see, just, you're here amongst the remnants of somebody's life. There's food rotting on a table nearby. There's all of those books. There's that pocket chess set, as if someone has been spending a lot of time here. Those strange books on the table next to one of those beds. In this moment of it's all hitting you and all coming into not clarity, but just some kind of strange... It's like now you have more pieces than ever, but it's still not quite making sense.
Diarmuid finishes wiping the tears from his eyes, and he turns and looking in the corner, he seems to start. He looks at you, Eden. Is there someone in the corner there?
Do I see anyone in the corner?
In the corner
I'm
of
the corner. I'm pointing towards back the corner where you came in from.
The first room, not the second room with the machine.
Correct.
No,
Right.
there is not, Eden.
Diarmuid, no. I don't see.
You don't see a woman with black hair.
How tall is she?
5'10".
She's been there the whole time.
I didn't see her when I came in. Diarmuid looks at the books that are on the table there.
Yes.
And he looks back up where he pointed to the person. What do you mean, look in the books?
Is she helping you?
She's gone. And he'll run over to the books. And Morgan, I'd like to use library use.
Sure.
Try to gain some insight into the machine in the window over there. Sorry, guys. And in the machine over there.
Dare apologize to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a library use roll.
And it's frantic. The rest of you see him flipping through pages, not being particularly gentle or careful. Okay, that's...
There it is.
That's a 7.
Hey!
Under 40.
Okay.
See, it was just waiting. Oh,
Extreme? That's extreme?
Yeah, it's extreme.
Got
By
it.
1 point.
So, okay, these books. They all relate to esoteric topics in exploratory physics. A couple of the books relate to electromagnetism, including a slim text written by Lord Kelvin. Very, very real. But most focus on a radical hypothesis relating to something called etheric projection. The structure of the known universe. If you'd like to roll an occult roll right now, I would allow it.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. I've got a little bit in that. Ooh. 13 under 30.
13 under 30.
25, sorry, 13 under 25.
Okay, so it's a regular success.
Regular success, yeah. One away from a... Can I spend one into hard
You
successes?
can, absolutely.
I'll spend one into hard success then.
Yeah.
That's complete. That's a very worthy use of luck.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
You've heard of etheric projection, but only vaguely. You know it mostly as it's a radical hypothesis that seems to be a counter proposal to astral projection. Out of body experiences.
He stops. His and what was before concern and frustration and fear and pain coming from his eyes, he stops and they widen. And he slams the book shut. And he holds the back of the book and begins to gesture in your general direction, Lorelei and Eden. Thank you. I knew it. I knew it.
What?
They're not ghosts.
Yeah?
They're locked away. They're somewhere other than here. Etheric projection. Something invisible that you can't see.
So, how are we supposed to get her back?
You didn't read that in here.
Can they do that? Can they do that without her permission, without her...
That doesn't make sense. Because when I was kidnapped, it was my physical body. And I went into that other space where the blonde man is. But I still have my physical body.
With a hard success, Diarmuid, the difference between astral projection and etheric projection. Astral projection seems to be the theorem that your consciousness can leave your body and travel around the physical world. Etheric projection, the ether, is known to be another place. Potentially a liminal dimension. An in-between, I think, as possibly even someone called it a couple episodes ago, hitting on something quite interesting.
Think of it more as rather than your mind leaving your body going into a pocket of other.
But their bodies are here.
Yes, they are, but there might be, when you flip a switch and you've got electromagnetic... I'm not a scientist, but from what I can understand and my learning telling me, especially about electronics, the occult and whatnot, it seems that they have somehow crossed either some hybrid of astral and etheric projection, or it's a theory. It's not even supposed to...
So where's the switch? How do we turn it off?
Imagine where the power is, but I don't know if that's going to bring them back or strand them there.
Morgan,
Yes.
in my time doing seances, have I ever heard of anything like this?
Roll me another occult roll.
Okie dokie.
I think Eden's looking for a switch, by the way.
Sorry, Ron. Your roll was a 7, right?
Yeah.
Did you also roll a 7?
I did.
Amazing.
Under a 45.
Oh,
Whoa!
an extreme success
Comically
on
extreme.
occult.
Double 07.
Mhm.
Etheric projection is ringing a lot of bells in this moment. And it's all starting to build on itself. And now you've both hit on something, you're right, that doesn't quite add up and isn't consistent in terms of when Lorelei was pulled physically from one place to another. That is not the same as what is happening here.
Ooh. The creature.
It pulled me somewhere else.
Right, but the creature's not how they did it.
Yes.
So the creature has the ability to actually meld from
Move.
our reality to theirs, where
Move between these spaces.
they've only discovered to get their mind from here to there.
And what I'm thinking is that means we are able to physically go there.
And as the two of you are building off of this, fascinating, and just it's all starting to, like, come together, but not quite fully yet. Lorelei, you almost drop the chalkboard as you look down, and written on it, over your words, are 3 words. Shut power off.
Oh, shut power off. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Good.
Do you
That's
think
what I
it's gonna
thought, but I
work?
didn't know.
I hope that this is either the blonde man trying to do good or it's Dr. Charlotte. I don't know. I think we just trust it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Eden-
can shut off the power a different way if we need to. And,
Well, Eden's already got
No.
her
Oh, yeah, okay,
rifle.
great.
Don't
Right.
destroy it.
Oh,
No, we need to just shut off the power.
we did
Eden-
see a power
There's
box.
a-
You
earlier.
saw an
we did.
you saw an electrical power room outside and around. Eden, if you're looking into the room again, this machine, it's especially from this distance, and the fact that Arthur Macmillan's body is literally slumped over it, so it's impossible. Even if you did have a clear view of it, you're like, who knows what any of that says? It's completely Byzantine and bizarre from here.
Yeah.
However, yes, you did see an electrical circuit room around the out in the storage room of the basement.
Okay. I think that as soon as you say don't destroy the machine, Eden is going to keep her eyes on Dr. Charlotte and whatever's going on here, and will stomp into the next room through the door that she broke open. Just jam the butt of her rifle against a door to swing it open and try to go to that room and slam the end of her rifle into the electric boss. I don't know. This is just if I electrocute myself, this is the first time she's lost her sanity in a very long time.
Okay.
Diarmuid's when she's clearly going after we're like, we need to shut off power,
Yeah.
and she's loading her rifle and looks at the thing and is like, nope, can't shoot it, and is making her way. Diarmuid's gonna go after her and be like, hey, I can fix it. You don't have to break it. If you're gonna break it, you don't need
You
to.
storm into this room where,
Yeah,
again, there are
those are
3
the
large
things.
boxes that list literally bright yellow live electricity. And you are
Oh, I'm livid. Mhm.
I mean, we can do an opposed dex roll if we want to see if you can stop her.
Yep.
I would definitely try to stop her here, especially
Yeah.
when we open the door and it's all just sparks and electricity.
Yeah.
We were kidding about the TPK, okay?
Yeah, big swimmer.
There were
Sometimes at an electric
TPK jokes before we started.
Take a joke.
So how opposed rolls work in Call of Cthulhu is 2 regular successes. It doesn't matter if it's both regular success, that's a tie. But hard or extreme obviously would mean, versus a regular success would mean you succeed. So
Okay.
And so what are we rolling?
Dex.
Can I roll brawl?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah, no, I buy it. Okay, roll a brawl, and okay, so that changes it actually. Roll me a dodge, Eden.
Okay.
A dodge check.
Oh, let's make this happen. Okay.
35 under 65.
Under 65. It's a
Um,
regular success.
Can we spend luck?
Yes, you can.
I will spend 3 luck to make it a hard success.
Make it a hard success. Okay.
okay. I got a 55 over 37. I will spend 18 to bring it down to a success.
I will tell you that won't do it, so you don't need to spend.
Yeah,
that.
I think it'll be
will
fine.
I will spare you.
My brain is
that.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you literally? And you're going to do some damage to Eden.
Mm-hmm.
Do you punch her in the face? What do
No.
you do?
So what I would like to do is I'd like to sort of, not Krav Maga, but like bring her down to the ground.
Yeah.
So around her and bring her down to the ground.
Yeah, because I think that your brawl, whatever you're doing, she still is like extremely strong, pushing, like fighting against it. It's going to take like multiple of those.
Right.
This is at the door of, you've gotten all the way, you ran down the short hall through the busted door that you broke open, back into the storage room area of the cellar. You had whipped open this door, and it finally you were able to catch up to her, and you just, with a deft move, subdue her down to the ground.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is try to take that damage myself. So though I'm throwing her down, I'd like to throw my weight underneath so that she lands on top of me, and I'm the one who takes the full brunt of that force.
What's your brawl damage?
My brawl damage is 1d3 plus 1d4.
You're din. Okay. Roll it, and I'll say you take half and she takes half.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Where is there they
D3 is a D6 is a D6 cut in half. Yeah. Roll bad.
It's 7 total.
Okay.
7 total. So each of you take 3 points of physical damage.
Great.
Oof. Like you arc your chin on the ground.
Yeah.
And Diarmuid says, this is more kerosene. You're not doing that. I can fix it while we think rationally.
Any of us thinking rationally?
Well, I am right now. For some reason, my wife appeared to me in the flesh. She's dead. She died from the flu years ago, and she stood there right in the corner and told me to look in that book, and the first thing that I read is that etheric projection is real, and now I'm not crazy. I might have felt that way, but it's because I didn't know what was going on. And now that I saw her, Eden, I saw her on the battlefield. She was there, her and my son. She was holding him in his hands. And when I got home, I realized it was the exact day they both died. To the hour and the minute and the second that they perished, they appeared to me on the battlefield as I was fighting my enemy. It has driven me since that day to understand what I saw and why in the middle of hoping and helping the world was I forced to see and understand that the ones that I loved had been ripped from me without my permission and without me able to stop it. And she appeared in that room just now. And she told me to look in that book. And I did. And now I am not going to let you meet her same fate.
Lorelei, you stand at the broken entrance into this hidden chamber, listening to this heartfelt outpouring as the two of them lay on the floor in front of the electrical room.
I know I don't know you all that well, but you're important to me. And I don't want to see you fried in front of my eyes and see you join my wife, my Maria. Now, please, I will let you go, but please do not do what I think you want to do. I understand why you want to do it, but this is what I was made for. I know how to fix that. It's not my first rodeo when it comes to the electronics. I could even show you if you'd like.
It is not often that I don't understand what's going on. And I don't get scared easily.
I understand. I noticed it. I saw it in you. I've seen it in men on the battlefield. It's the only reason I even touched you without your permission, and I am so sorry.
I think she pats your arm.
And he'll let go. And as he stands, he'll say, "It is ration and reason that saves us when we're afraid. If we can keep our minds still and think through it." That's what they told us when you got shot. If you focus on it and you look at it and you wonder, oh, am I going to live? Am I going to die? You're going to die. But if you focus on, I need to get here and help that person there, you're more likely to survive. Ration and reason help us when we are losing our sanity. And sometimes we need help to get back to it.
I think she stands.
He
she'll
helps her
reach out a
stand.
hand, immediately, and just thank you. I don't know. I don't know what came over me.
You care, and you want to solve a problem, and you're a person who does. And there aren't many like us who do that. But we need people who do. And if you're reckless and dangerous with what you do, then you'll die. And then you can't do no more.
Thank you.
I'm sorry again for hurting you.
It's okay. I just want to help. How do we turn this off?
And now at this point, Morgan Diarmuid will turn to this and study it or try to figure out what's going on here before he actually tries to attempt to fix, what's going on.
Sure. Give me an electrical repair roll.
Great.
Charlotte, wherever you are, I will allow you another power roll.
Okay.
Sensing a little lull in the conversation and that Diarmuid needs to focus, Lorelai's gonna clear her throat and say, Eden, could you help me with the bodies as soon as it's turned off? And she's gonna hold out her hand.
Yeah. Eden will just immediately rush over and take your hand and just we couldn't see the fields outside. How do we know where they I guess they'll be off.
We can hear it. The hum. I think that will be our cue.
And she's gonna gently lead Eden back into the room and stand together, holding hands at the threshold, waiting for the hum to die down.
37 under 45. Nice. And I will spend 15 luck to make it a hard success.
Boy, loving this high stakes.
Yes.
Charlotte?
What does all zeros mean?
Oh, no.
That's 100.
That's 100.
That's 100?
Yeah.
That's a fumble.
Well,
yeah.
No?
Not 3 times.
No, my God.
That's the only way to get 100.
Oh,
We've had 3 of those.
so I got an A.
Yeah.
Is that
Yes. Yes, you
You
got
got
an
100%?
A.
Yes, you did get 100%.
Oh
Listen,
wow.
I 100% believe that you nailed it. That's what I 100%
Yeah.
Can
believe.
I give her some of my luck? No. Okay.
I mean, I have luck, but I don't think I can spend any of it.
I'm a kind keeper, and yet
Oh,
yeah.
my god. No.
you are trying to concentrate.
Yeah.
And your shaking, concentrating grip crumbles the chalk.
Charlotte, a surgeon, strong hands, strong fingers.
Yeah, with a fumble. Yep.
Hmm.
High stakes.
High stakes.
Ron, Diarmuid.
Yeah.
With a hard success. Yes? Or did you take it down to extreme?
No, I took it down to hard.
You took it down to
I could
hard.
Go to extreme, but
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm not gonna spend the.
Okay. So you are able to basically pretty quickly figure out that this accounts for all the rooms in the clubhouse as you watch these 3 boxes, cables up through the roof. But as you're taking some time and trying to figure everything out, standing near these junction boxes, you also, with a hard success, are able to see one cable that seems to have been shunted off in a slightly unnatural way and to go through the back wall of the electrical room. Going into, you can figure out where. Now, it was not, you can obviously tell that this was home rigged, so to speak.
Right.
So, a little bit. With that successful of a roll, you
All right, so I'm thinking either cut this particular junction, or is there a way to? Do I see a power switch of any kind?
You do see a full switch,
Right.
and so you like now it would mean turning off the power to the entirety of the clubhouse.
Yeah,
or you could isolate. You could attempt. I would probably allow or if you would like to just simply isolate that one wire, I would probably make you roll again for it.
Yeah, I mean, the electrician in me tells me turn off the power, then make the change, and then to turn the power back on if we need to.
That seems wise.
But I'm trying to think if there's not any. It's not anybody hooked. And he says this out loud. There's not anybody hooked upstairs to any kind of medical equipment, right?
Are you saying? I mean, Lorelei, I'll say you can if you're calling through the wall.
Yeah. I mean, I'm basically saying it out loud. Oh yeah, it turns nobody there.
They're gone.
They left.
Yeah.
And then he'll scream it out loud. There's nobody upstairs with the on medical equipment. Is there?
She pauses and thinks, and she responds, "No."
That
But-
wasn't very sure.
What? No.
Did anyone think of a reason why I shouldn't turn off the power?
I just have a fear that we would be turning power off to something that needs to have power. There's a whole other thing happening upstairs in the ballroom, you remember? I don't know if
but it's
if
just a
there's
golf
some...
club, though.
Well, it is just a golf club, and yet there's a portal to another dimension, plane of existence here, so it's not just a club anymore. I fear that there may be something else that is being powered here that we don't know about. There's just too much going on here.
I see
Is
what
it-
you mean. All right. Well, okay then. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Hearing her say that, I'm gonna try to shunt it off without shutting off the power completely.
I'm afraid we may let something out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I got you. I understood the subtext for sure.
I'm having
Ronald.
thoughts and fears.
Roll an electrical repair roll.
Right.
Oh god.
Charlotte.
Ooh.
Hello.
Charlotte, roll me a spot hidden.
Great.
You know what? I'm doing it. I had 82 luck when I started this game. I'm gonna spend another 5. I'm gonna spend another 5 and make it an extreme success because I rolled 14 under 45. So yeah, 5 for extreme. That puts me at 57.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I spent almost 30 luck points tonight.
Amazing.
I'm kind of
Amazing.
sad I rolled only a 7 because I want to use my luck from Angel
I
Devils.
know. I'd like to spend exactly 63 luck.
Roll worse. I'm sorry, but roll worse.
Never thought I'd do that.
I rolled a regular success, but I'm going to spend 6 luck to make that a hard success.
Okay. Charlotte.
Yep.
You are able to keep track of sort of where you think your friends are simply by the traveling of this small chalkboard.
Yep.
However, you do see something in this moment as you're sort of you feel as if your messages has been received and you're just sort of waiting there, you and the blonde man.
Mhm.
And you look up towards, and he points. Oh, hell.
What?
Your eyes are drawn upwards into that endless, murky darkness. Looking for all the world like the night sky, but shifting, moving, ever so slightly like water. Like, is it the cosmos or the bottom of the ocean? And you see off in the distance a bright flash. And this flash looks familiar. And you realize moments later, as moving strangely comfortably through this murky air is another one of these creatures. Long antennae and hideously long arms, and it is moving in your direction. And it is in this moment, as you're concentrating and gasping back in horror, and the blonde man next to you says, "They must know. They've come to stop it."
Oh.
And it's in this moment, as you're watching it come, and it is swimming faster and faster and faster towards you. And then the flash you felt before. You feel as if you are pulled just as fast, reverse of falling into this blackness. You feel as if you are yanked up away from the dark. And just in a moment, as you feel yourself being pulled, you're not sure where, your eyes go to the stars once again. And in this last blinking moment of this strange level of consciousness you've discovered, those little stars, those little dots of light, you almost might feel comforted by them, by the sight of those celestial lights, until one of them blinks at you. And then another. And it starts to dawn on you that those are not stars. They are eyes.
Oh.
And that's the last thing you see before you are... And you... Lorelei and Eden, you are standing there in that adjoining room to the chamber where all the bodies are, and you watch as Charlotte almost whacks her head on the edge of the table as she sits up with a...
Is the hum off?
The hum shuts off.
I immediately run to her and I just envelop her in the biggest, tightest hug that I possibly can.
she
Did that work?
Yep.
Yes!
Yep. That
The
did
hum
And then
is
you hear
gone.
thump, 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 thump.
Yeah.
Charlotte, it's okay. You're here.
There was a. We're in a different place. It was a different place.
I know.
It was.
I know.
There was eyes. There was something so big out there.
Was it the ghost realm? Was it the dream? The green and
It's
the swimming?
ethereal.
Yes.
Jerome.
Jerome.
And I look to see the other bodies. I'm still fully letting myself be hugged, though. I need comfort. in
Yeah.
this
Oh,
moment.
she's
It's
not
so
letting you
scary.
go. She's
As
not
this
letting you go.
strangely thin, gaunt hand of the blonde man moves, and you hear a pained
Hello?
Blonde man?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, I think that's me.
Oh.
Charlotte? Dr. Charlotte?
Yes, Jerome. Everyone, they need medical attention.
Okay. She's gonna help you up, but she's gonna be like hovering right next to you the entire time. She's not like, we're gonna have a moment, but you need to do your thing first.
He
Is there
starts
anything?
he starts to sit up, and he looks, or he's just taking in all of you. And this, yes, he's blonde ponytail. He starts to reach for something like spectacles that seem tucked into his shirt, but he's just touching himself. Donald, come back. Reaching to the man, the brunette man on the other bed. Donald at this point is not moving.
Is he breathing?
And there's still a man slumped over the
Right.
Yes.
Arthur.
right Arthur.
Yes.
Yeah, Diarmuid is immediately picking up Arthur and checking for vitals for sure.
Yeah. I'll race over to the blonde man, and you said he needs help. I have a little bit of medical knowledge.
Sure.
To try to
I am a
see
doctor
what can be done.
as well.
Yeah,
So-
no, there's yeah, I just know a little bit.
Okay.
Just the amount.
At this moment, I mean, he is dehydrated. He
Yes.
is like everything.
He needs
is.
fluids.
He does not seem to have eaten or drank
Yes,
in
he's
a
malnourished. He needs
horribly
fluids.
long time, a time that he should, by all accounts, be dead.
He should be
Okay.
on liquids right now because of solid food will completely wreck his system.
And he's
Do you-
looking at Lorelei. You.
Yes.
I tried to get you down here.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Apologies later.
Oh.
In Eden, you are
I
tending
will
to him.
pick him up.
Oh,
Is
God.
that
Oh,
what we're oh,
no.
that no.
Donald.
And you're looking towards, and his friend is still breathing, but is not moving.
We need to get everyone out of here and to somewhere safe.
Just the bodies, or I mean, Jerome.
Yes.
Oh, you have a name now. I was just calling you Blonde Man because I didn't know.
And yours?
Lorelei Shepherd.
Lorelei. Pleasure.
Jerome, did you? Arthur Macmillan.
And he looks towards, and Diarmuid, you have helped this older man where he had fallen slumped over this keyboard, or not a keyboard, it's a control panel. And he's still breathing. You have that, and you have a moment of real fear as you have him sort of in your arms. You sort of pull him down towards the ground. And after about a moment, you're checking his pulse. It's regular, but faint. And he seems to...
With a long inhale. Oh, thank God.
And he's looking at you.
Thank you. Who are... I don't know you, do I?
No.
We can explain on the way. I think
Yes,
we should get you
we
out
should
of
get
here.
you to your home. Everyone to beds that are comfortable and food that is. Please, we have to get out of this place.
Yes.
Your
Lorelei,
wife.
he sees you, and he
I remember. I saw you in my dream. Arthur, I heard you. Crystal will want to see you. She has been missing you so badly.
Is she all right?
Yes, she's a grieving wife.
You can tell this man, this wealthy, put-together man, in this moment reaches out, and Diarmuid, he has like a death grip on your arm.
Mm-hmm.
And he reaches out to you, Lorelei, almost childlike, as he grasps your hand tightly. You can tell he's had the scare of his lifetime.
I might have, I terrified her, I'm sure I did. I was desperate to help, for help.
You're about to give her every grieving widow's dream. You're coming back. She will be so happy. But first, we need to get out of here. This is not a safe place for any of us.
He sees when Donald sets his eyes on Jerome. I'm sorry, not Donald. When Arthur sets his eyes on Jerome.
They did this.
What?
They're the ones who made this happen. Whatever it was.
Who are they?
They're scientists, and according to them, you made things much worse, Arthur. So I don't know if it makes sense for you to levy accusations.
Tried to shut it off.
Well, focus on being here in the present.
Get me out of here.
Gladly.
And lackey Jerome watches him go as he's being sort of helped. Jerome is a bit more hesitant to leave Donald.
We can bring Donald with us. In fact, I lean closer to Jerome. Jerome, if Donald is as you say he is, it makes the most sense to keep him close. And it doesn't matter where his body is if he has wandered.
What?
That was Morgan laughing.
Sorry,
yeah,
I only
you are
heard
hearing
this.
this, and so much of it is not making sense.
Yeah.
When you say wandered.
We were at a different place. We can explain not here. I saw one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
The as Jerome calls it, a CHIDS. It's a very good acronym for this insect.
Cross-dimensional humanoid insectile drifters.
Thank you, Jerome. And one was descending right before we came here, and I don't feel safe here. I don't know if anything came back with us, and I don't want to find out right now. We've secured the package. You, Arthur, the package. We need to get out of this place.
I'm just saying there's somebody still there. Then?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Jerome,
Right.
if you lean on me, then someone else can get your friend and we can get out of here.
You say that
Expedient.
and Jerome hesitantly, because he almost tries to help lift Donald, but he's too weak to lift his own friend.
Yeah.
He'll be safer with us.
Eden, can you grab Donald? I've got Arthur.
Of course. And I'll lean down and try to get Donald gently. He's slumped over this control panel. I will do.
All right, this is
Donald.
Donald is the one in the other
Donald
bed.
is
Yeah, he's
yes,
in the
you're
other
right. The
Arthur,
other
who
bed.
is the
Yeah.
control. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
It's easy to get confused.
Yeah. Very carefully.
All of you, the 7 of you, make an exit out through the cellar door, out into what is now the mid-afternoon, December mid-afternoon. Go ahead.
Before I leave the room, as I'm trying to scooch everyone out, are there any additional books, journals, anything that is written that I can steal.
Oh yeah, Lorelei's taking the chalk slab.
The mathematical chalk.
Yeah.
100%.
I think
Oh,
she
yeah.
just doesn't want to
Diarmuid, yeah. What did
That book I'm
Diarmuid?
keeping.
Okay, you grabbed one. There are 18 books on experimental physics. You can grab. I mean, if you want to grab like 3 or 4 of. You don't see any journals, things of that nature. But if you flip through some of the books, you almost certainly see some notes written.
Annotations. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
for
looking
sure.
for their thoughts on the books versus
Yeah.
the books itself. So I'd like to take 3 books.
Yeah, absolutely. You grab what seem to be the 3 most important ones about etheric projection, about experimental physics, and experimental engineering. But you seem to. Do you sort of stop just exiting the golf club, or tell me where you go? You're full on carrying an unconscious man and 2 others who are barely conscious. What happens when the 7 of you exit?
Unfortunately, my car only fits 4.
So I was thinking about that.
I can walk.
I can ride on the top.
We can lap it. I mean, we don't.
I
mean,
can come back. We're pretty close to the property.
could just
I'm not
stack-
staying here. I'd
I'm not
rather
staying
ride on
here.
the top.
How about this? You take what you can in the car. I will begin walking, and you can come back to me along the road.
I would buddy system. If you are walking, I will be walking.
Okay.
It's 4 and 3, so 4 go, as you said, 4 in the car, or 5, I guess. 5 on the if Diarmuid wants to hang onto the top of the car.
I'm gonna
Be on each other's laps. I mean,
Can
I've
someone
done
fit in
that.
the trunk?
Yeah,
I was going to say, actually,
we're
I'll
all gonna
say
fit everybody in
Yeah.
here.
Sure.
with the gaunt nature of Donald and
Yeah.
Jerome, I would say you could probably fit 5 in the car.
Yeah. Okay. I think we probably can fit everyone. Maybe if they
5 in the car and leaving 2.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are 7 of us. Take our injured, take Arthur to Crystal, and
Wait,
you can
there's a
come
car
back
here.
to the doctor and I.
There's another
There is-
car here.
That's true.
It
We
would
have
just
the
take
keys.
Arthur's car.
Oh,
Do we even know if it runs?
Arthur, you say that my car,
Your car's here.
and he, in a like the biggest dream state, he just reaches into his pocket and pulls out.
Diarmuid immediately grabs him.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're leaving now.
Yeah.
Diarmuid, you go with them, and I will.
Alright.
I will take Dr. Charlotte.
All right. I'll
Okay.
take Donald, and I'll take the 3 gaunt looking
You got-
fellas here.
So you've been, with 2 cars, you can all leave.
Yeah. For sure.
Mostly, I want to just get Charlotte and Lorelei together.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Diarmuid, quickly roll me a luck roll to see if that car starts.
That's what.
I have a plan if it doesn't.
It's
And if
sitting
it
there
doesn't,
for
I
you.
can also try to start it because I have mechanical repair as well.
I also have
Nice.
mechanical repair. Let's
I
do it.
don't.
What would they do without you both?
I don't
Sucker.
Unclear.
Hey,
Sucker.
54 under 57.
Nice.
Turns over a little though.
I would say it takes a second.
Yep.
And Arthur's just like slumped against the side window. Just give it a moment. It'll go.
He knows his car well.
And after a moment, it does start.
Oh, I like the power in this thing.
Don't drive too fast.
Let
I'll
us
drive as fast as I want.
Let us picture this. If Arthur is sitting next to Diarmuid in his car, and Lorelei and Charlotte, where are you sitting?
I kind of wanted to get Lorelei and Charlotte in a car alone,
Ah,
on their
okay.
own, if
Got it.
possible.
Sure.
So, well, if Diarmuid and Eden are driving,
Mhm.
then either somebody takes the keys or we are in the back seat of one
We
of the
can,
cars.
yeah, we can just sit in the back of Eden's car.
Mhm.
Yeah, I figured it's just
I think
you 3. in the car,
Yeah.
and I've got
Yes.
the other.
Okay, great. And
Mostly, it, like Lorelei is just itching to catch up on you and make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
we'll say
yeah.
this, Diarmuid, you are driving Macmillan's car with Macmillan barely hanging on in the passenger seat,
Uh-huh.
and the body of Donald laying horizontal across the back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Eden's car is Eden in the front,
Mhm.
Jerome
Yep. Passenger.
pretty out of it, and Lorelei and Charlotte in the back seat.
That makes sense because I also would want to stay with Jerome
Mhm.
because he is very, very the worst for wear. The worst
Yeah.
for wear.
And Jerome, you still at this moment is despondent over the Donald's lack of return.
I before we get into the car, I'd like to give it's the 1920s. I'd like to give Jerome like a butterscotch like candy because I'm trying to get his blood sugar stabilized.
Very smart.
Nice idea.
I'm a doctor.
How Remus Lupin of you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's looking at this, and Eden, you feel it as he is just sitting and sucking on this butterscotch candy, looking at this golf club in front. And he says just quite dreamily,
5 years. 5 years we'd been here.
Did you come here because it was abandoned?
Yeah. We were dismissed from the University of Edinburgh. They said we misappropriated funds.
Did you? Yeah.
Called our research.
Yeah.
Called us moronic.
Well,
Irresponsible fantasists.
moronic, no. Irresponsible, perhaps.
After months we heard about this place. Abandoned. Donald had come here as a child, you see. Money was never a problem for Donald. His father's a duke.
Oh.
He was able to purchase the materials, and mainly I, constructed this equipment on our own.
Morgan, do I remember reading anything about a duke being missing, or did at any point did I do a seance for someone who was missing their son that might have fit Donald's description?
no.
Okay.
Oh God, what role would that be? Library use roll.
Oh, yes, I can do that. My first library roll use when it's my highest stat.
Ooh.
Oh. Come on, man, that was gonna be so much cooler.
We knew you wanted to get to a library for a reason.
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's my it's a 68 under a 70.
Got it.
So it's still a success, but it's not as cool as I wanted it to be. I didn't mean now. I told them to roll worse, but I didn't mean now. You know what? No, I'm gonna spend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Because
Wow.
Angel Devilson was so kind to me.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to spend points to chop that down to 35 to make it a hard success.
Whoa.
Let's
Hey.
go.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Bold
move. I love this. Okay.
I'm having thoughts.
No, you had never heard of a reported son of a duke having gone missing.
That's so interesting.
However, you know, Duke, I mean, and if you even like give voice to that at all or anything, it's he says
He was illegitimate. The Duke of... Duke of Montrose.
Montrose.
which is a real dukedom in Scotland.
Yes, it is.
Duke of Montrose is his father. I'm sure he won't be happy.
Did he want him gone?
He didn't care. I mean, I don't know. It was... Donald had a great deal of pride. Has a great deal of pride. Couldn't stand the shame of being dismissed by the university.
What was Donald's purpose in all of this? What was it that he wanted out of this?
We both wanted to explore. We were leaving our physical bodies behind and accessing the ether. We were voyagers, we called ourselves. We were about to change the way humanity saw everything. We were giddy, like school children.
I think that you did find a place. But I think the things in there also found you.
Mm-hmm.
And now, do you know Jerome?
When you say that, his eyes go up towards the sky.
What is up there, Jerome? The eyes, the blinks. What is that? I put my hand on his hand.
Something watching us. Something out there. I don't know.
Has it ever made contact to you? It's okay. You're safe now.
His chin rests against his chest as he weeps. And his eyes close.
Somehow, Diarmuid from the other car says, "No, stop talking about that. I don't want to hear it anymore."
And in the 5 or so minute drive, the three of you have a quiet moment in the car.
Lorelei reaches over and holds on to Charlotte's hand, and even though they didn't get their moment alone where she could like check in on her, she's definitely giving Charlotte a look that's trying to convey a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And she's holding very tightly onto your hand.
Charlotte is also holding your hand. It's this feeling that you also know that she has like a lot to talk to you about. It's like it's a fidget.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fidgeting holding a hand. It's not just like held. It's like there's she's like unable to like sit still almost.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's gonna try and do some kind of like soothing gesture, like just rubbing her thumb along the side of your hand or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not going to help too much, but she just wants to try in this moment because you've been somewhere that is. She knows. She knows how terrifying and awful that is, and she also is a little afraid because of what happened the last time you broke.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of letting that happen, she's just trying everything she can to keep you here.
And it's interesting because it feels like in the moments where you saw Charlotte react and come back, she like the clarity that she has, like when under pressure, it's like almost that's where she excels.
Mm-hmm.
But it's as you were comforting her, she's also trying to comfort Jerome. So it's like this like comfort car.
Uh-huh.
Because this man has been through way too much.
Yeah.
Eden.
What are you doing as you make this short drive back to... Where's your mind?
I think Eden is gripping the steering wheel. I think that it is... Anyone who would be looking at the tension in her knuckles would see that they have been broken before. The skin. And she thinks of how scared she was, and I think she is not portraying this. And in fact, she has been keeping quiet because she knows if she speaks, her voice would tremble. But I think that she is just gripping the wheel. I think distantly she can hear ocean waves. And that is drowning out everything. They are private, they are alone, and they don't know it. She is far gone. But she's just driving and watching the countryside go by, and she can hear the sound of ocean waves, birds flying across a familiar horizon. And suddenly she's home.
Diarmuid, you turn the car up the tree-lined drive back towards Crowwood Hall. Arthur is... What day is it?
I tell him the day.
It's Christmas.
Oh, right.
My God. My God. And you watch it seem to roll over him again. But as you reach the front of the house, he seems frozen in the seat. No one comes out to greet you this time. It's a quiet day. The sun is shining down still. And the three of you, the soft breathing of Donald in the back seat. You stop the car, and you and Arthur just stare at the house. What am I supposed to say?
I was just going to ask you what you're going to tell your wife.
The truth. If it doesn't make me sound like a madman.
It will make you sound like a madman. But it is the truth.
You'll help me.
Aye. After I tell my employers that you're alive.
Yeah.
You're an important man, Mr. McMillan. Miller.
Millen. But not important enough for me to remember your name.
No, something about that. Something about that just... He doesn't laugh, but I'm not sure I'm anything at all.
Well, I struggle with that myself, but here we are. And you might not be much in your head, but what you've just been through, not many people in the entire existence of this reality could say they've gone through. That makes you special.
His head tilts back towards the form of Donald in the back seat. I suppose I'm very lucky.
Aye.
And he opens the door.
Hey, hold on, I'll help you. And I'll get out and go around and help him out.
And it's at this time, as you're doing this, isn't helping him out, and Eden And Charlotte and Lorelei, you are pulling up at this point behind Diarmuid's car and coming into a park, and you watch Keating come out of the front door. Oh my god! Oh my god! And he seems quite taken as to run to help her. Mrs. Lady McQueen! And there is a mania. A joyful, confused, tearful mania that happens over the next few minutes. Diarmuid, Lorelei, you both watch as Crystal, in a state of confusion, steps out of that front door and seems to fall to her knees. And standing just as quickly and rushing to help her husband. And it's in this moment, as you watch this joyful, sad reunion, your eyes drift back, all of your eyes drift back. Sitting in the front seat, looking out, watching, not moving, just looking ashamed. And you all know that in the back seat of the other car sits this other man. Or his body does, anyway. And you feel that mixed sensation of a job well done combined with something else. As Charlotte, your eyes now once again go towards the sky. And you all notice her looking. And your eyes, just without even really sure what she's looking at, drift up as well.
Lorelei squeezes her hand.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And that's where we'll end tonight. Now I have some good news. You all regain 8 sanity points.
Oh,
Yes.
You do not go past your max. So Eden, you only gain a few.
yeah. Ooh.
That's nice. That's real nice.
This story is far from done, friends.
Oh, I know.
We've yet but scratched the surface. I love you guys.
Love you, Morgan.
That was
Love you,
intense.
Morgan.
I love you.
That was so intense.
I'm so excited to get further into everything, and I want to know everyone's backstory right now.
Oh my god. We like to end every episode with the reading of Patreon.
Oh my god.
The mood shift.
The mood
Oh
shift
boy.
with Call of Cthulhu jumping to
Whiplash.
Patreon. Oh my god. We've had hard episodes during Stormborn and during Heroes of Bingo with this. This is week after week having to jump from Call of Cthulhu into doing the Patreon names is a blast. But it's
It's so fun.
It's needed.
It's needed.
crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
truly,
just
truly.
so deeply unsettled right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm not sometimes after episodes I'm like sad, I'm feeling emotions. My skin is crawling. Like I'm
Yeah. This is our nightcap. This is it. This is gonna be the drink before we go to bed.
This is the drink before bed.
This is
Yeah,
the drink
this is the
before
glass of
bed.
water.
This is our
Or
brandy.
takes many
Uh-huh.
forms, my friends. Oh.
Yo, I was in the middle of that. I was in the middle of that conversation with Eden, and I looked and I didn't even realize I was crying, and I saw it on the screen, and I was like,
Buddy.
oh
Yeah.
man.
Buddy.
Oh.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll get to
Very
that.
good.
We'll
I
get to that.
felt it.
Yeah.
Patreon readings.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Team Force of Shadow. These
Yes.
suggestions have come to us by our patrons. Go to patreon.com/thedungeonrun. Become a member for as little as $5 a month. You can get access to the short rest and so many other awesome things. But if certain higher level names for Teams Force of Light and Force of Shadow, you get us to read your names aloud at the end of every show. We're going to start with Team Force of Shadow. Oh God, I loved this one. Trying to explain what is happening in your favorite anime to your significant other who has never watched it before.
Oh no.
Oh, this cuts deep.
Yes, it does.
Unfortunately, same.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, okay, who's
So-
the boy? The little boy?
Yes, his name is Lincoln Break.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep.
Power? Does he have powers or like?
No, babe. So he is what is considered in the world a fail waffle.
Okay.
Have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? It's Nina. If that makes any sense
Yeah,
to
does
you.
that make-
Oh.
Is
Do you know what that is?
And
Is
you
that like
like-
Metal Gear Solid?
Oh, I think I'm nuts. That's a
No.
video game, darling. My sweetheart.
So- Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay,
Keep going.
so like, this sitcom Gateway guy.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Sure,
that,
who
that
doesn't?
famous
Of course,
sitcom everybody
yeah.
like knows, right? Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, the main guy is actually the voice of Lincoln Break.
Oh.
Oh my God!
Is that
Abracadabra?
cool?
What?
Yeah.
You were
Oh, I
He's the
hear
voice.
it now.
And
Uh-huh.
then they fight because they're trying to like there's like a war. There's always like a war.
Sure.
And like the warring clans are like, no. We're
That's
gonna like
Idaho Judd.
No, so there's
Sweetheart,
three
you got it.
clans.
Yeah.
There's three clans. The three clans are Abra, they're
Yeah.
Kill, and then
and
Adabra.
Dabra.
And it depends on which clan that you are a part of. They each kind of fight each other, but then they each have like their leader.
Yep. Who's a
Wait, so-
spy.
So
Look,
it's
all I
real
said
one.
and asked all of you when you
Mhm.
came to this poly-family marriage
Yeah,
therapy
we love each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
we all
that
love
you
each other.
get interested in each other's fan base stuff. and
Yeah,
what
which
you
is why
love
we're
to do,
explaining.
but we have only a couple of minutes left in the session, and I want to make sure you get everything.
Well,
that
no,
you
we
need.
have to tell them about our favorite anime, The Black
yeah,
Hikari.
Please, I am more than happy to use the next 12 minutes of what you have left to talk about that. I just want to make sure everybody's on board. We're just making sure that we're all on the same page and willing to make that choice.
There's how
So,
many seasons?
That was just season 1.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
There's 37 seasons.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And it's 25 episodes each. But we
Doctor,
can-
how much
we can-
time you got?
I have a PowerPoint. It's okay.
It's your dime.
I have a PowerPoint. It's totally okay. Here are my handouts.
Wow. So a poly relationship that goes to
Well,
therapy.
look,
in order
it
to
was
explain
a-
anime to
It
each
was
other.
one person
No.
explaining it to their
I
significant
loved
other,
it.
and there were 4 of you.
Two people explaining it to two people
So-
that deeply
Perfect.
don't understand.
Perfect.
it.
Yeah, it felt very like we found our pair,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
we're kind of all dating. It
No.
was good.
If
Agreed.
Morgan would have turned to me and been like, "It's this, but for football," I would have been like, "Yeah, okay,
yeah,
cool."
get it.
Thank you, Team Force of Shadow. Oh my
It's
gosh.
very clear that Rachel and I watch a lot of anime.
Oh, girl.
I knew
Yeah.
this one would hit. I knew that
I
one would
watch
hit.
the old stuff, though. I don't want to.
Oh, I have so many new recs for you.
Oh, please.
Oh,
Anime
so many.
is largely a blind spot in my nerd.
Oh,
Really?
my God,
I love
I-
anime.
Watch
I
I
have
some.
things
did.
to show you.
I've done
90s
things.
anime, unparalleled.
Yeah, 90s anime is what I got into.
Spy v Family.
Shut up,
Watch
Lloyd.
it.
Shut
Watch
up.
it.
Okay,
watch
We gotta
it.
get to the. We gotta
Watch
get
it.
to Team Light. We gotta get to Team Light. Otherwise, we will
Force of Light.
actually go
It is-
down this path.
It is late. For Team Force of Light, we have a suggestion called a teenager getting caught sneaking back into the house late at night.
Did we do this one?
Oh, did we do this one already?
Yeah.
I feel
Morgan,
like we did.
I don't
did.
know, but I
Alright.
think it's funny still.
that's my
I mean,
see.
we'll do it
need
again.
I need to
gonna
keep
turn
better
off my
track.
light.
Nope, give me 5 seconds.
Okay.
I apologize, patrons. I could edit this out, but I'm not gonna.
Wild. I can't remember character names, but I'm like, we've done this improv.
I know. I've carried this bit before.
I
don't know how.
swear that I need to keep better track.
Okay, so in Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh my god.
Well, if you want to know anything about Nina, we have to start
Okay.
at the beginning. And
I have so much to tell you about Nina, including the fact that I know her voice actress, and it killed me the first time she did the voice.
beginning with
Okay.
alchemy and where it begins.
My apologies to Idaho Judd for trying to use a suggestion twice. I loved it that much.
It's a good one.
This suggestion instead comes from Tapartos. There we go. Or Critical Nerds. They go by both. At a travel agency, flipping through a book, trying to figure out where to have your destination wedding.
Ooh. I'm really, really feeling Fenderel this time of year. Like, this time of year, perfect.
Don't they have opposite because it's a different hemisphere,
Hemisphere,
right?
yes.
So it's autumn
It's
now?
autumn. It's autumn there.
So, fun fact, if you book today, you will get a Festive Life Preserver for free,
That could be
in
cute.
addition to the scuba stuff that'll also happen there.
Will all the people who decide to
Hey.
come to our wedding also get a Festive Life Preserver?
There is a package.
Okay,
There
okay.
is
All right,
absolutely
all
a package.
Only one. Okay.
Carlton, tell him
Hi.
the more about the package, you sweet little
Yeah,
angel
we
devil
call it
sin.
the. That's exactly what we call it, the Angel Devilson package.
Huh.
When you purchase the Angel Devilson package, we have a whole Ghostbusters quick response unit show up in
Whoa.
the middle of your wedding.
Real ghosts.
License drivers with the machines and the siren
Honey?
and the whole thing,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
an extra
Honey.
$1,000 per head.
Uh-huh.
We can include little tiny mushroom man cupcakes.
Tiny ones. Small little
Little tiny.
guys.
we were
The Stay
looking
Puft
for
Marshmallow
more
Man,
of a-
but tiny in cupcake form.
Yeah.
like a Tua Mask themed.
Right.
wedding.
I like Ghostbusters. I don't know that I want to theme our whole wedding around it.
How do you feel
Okay.
about Cars? Have you seen the movie? The
Excuse
Disney
me.
movie? Oh.
Excuse me.
Who is
Oh,
this?
Hello.
She
I'm
is
looking.
very unbearably loquacious, but please.
I'm looking for a travel package for me and my boyfriend, who definitely exists in Canada.
Sure.
His
She
name
does this
is-
every week.
I've never come here before. I don't know what you're talking about.
Her money
Yes,
spends the
you've never
same,
come here
Carlton. Her money's spent.
My name is just Jules.
Well, that one.
It's
I've
Jules.
No, it,
Just Jules.
no. My name is Brabe.
Hold on.
A mystery.
Okay.
So, Braba.
Yes.
Wait. So, are you interested in like the city racing girl package?
No, I've already done
Um,
that one. I mean, no, I was looking at the dungeon speed run, which is what my very real boyfriend Todd in
that
Canada wanted.
is a couples package, and you will have to
I
pay
am
for
a part
two
of a
seats.
couple. Yes.
I hear you, but there's a lot of double activities, including a
Todd
tandem
and
bicycle
I
ride
can
across
do
the
that.
Duomax.
Todd
okay.
is very good on a bicycle.
I hear you again.
Todd is
also-
a bike racer.
Honey,
Professionally.
let's just do Bora Bora.
I think Bora Bora is
Bora-
Where
easier.
are you
that's- yeah.
going?
Elsewhere. We're leaving.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you about your Fenderil package for couples who are very much in love and real.
So that does have a couples massages. Both couples do need to be present. Just Jules Bareba.
What if one of them who was very
Todd.
real got seasick and couldn't go?
Thank you, Team Force Voice. Rachel debuting a new character.
Oh no, that's actually me.
No, that's
Hello.
just
Cool.
Rachel.
Genuinely.
That's your inner voice. That's
Good to
your inner
know.
voice.
Yeah.
My gosh.
And my Canadian boyfriend Todd, who really exists. Yes.
That's such a
Yes.
fun game to
definitely
be like,
really
hey, there's couple things. Like I was like, what other couple things? Like
all of them.
horse costume where I need both partners present.
Yes.
Like I
Yes.
was like, what is a two-person only?
Do I get all the chocolate covered strawberries if I do the couple packet?
Yeah.
Oh, happy
really why I do
Valentine's
it.
Day, a little late,
Valentine's
friends.
It's Valentine's Day
start-
month.
Yes.
Thank you, Team Force of Shadow, Team Force of Light. We're sorry this episode came a week late, but I think it was worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all.
So we will see you back here very soon for the next episode, friends. Stay tuned. I ain't done with these characters yet.
Oh gosh.
I don't like what you
That's
said
like
there.
a threat. That sounds
I don't
like
like
a
that.
threat. I
What do you
don't
mean?
like that.
Listen, me and my
I mean-
39 sanity, we're going strong, baby.
I feel threatened.
Is it something about this face when I say it? I'm not done with you guys.
It's the
Fine.
voice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the voice.
It's the nonchalance about it. It's like, yeah, you guys
Oh,
are done
got it,
yet, by the way.
got it.
Just in case you care.
We love you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Humankind.
People.
Both.
Good night.
I love you, Mom.
Bye.
I love you.
I love you, Ron's mom.
We love you, Ron's mom.
We love you. Mom.